What if the one you loved could only stay awake for 6 hours a day? This is the story of a fairy girl who gave up her wings for love. Long ago, in a quiet village nestled between forest and hill, a strange wonder occurred. By the riverbank where the water glimmered like glass, a beautiful fairy girl appeared. Her voice was soft as the morning breeze, her steps light as drifting petals. Each day, she came to the river, and there she met a young man of the village. Together, they sang by the flowing waters and danced upon the grass. Their laughter mingled with the sound of the river, and joy seemed to rest upon them like sunlight. Yet, as soon as the 6th hour struck, the fairy girl would suddenly grow restless. She would rise, her eyes full of both sorrow and fear, and run away before the young man could ask why. Day after day it was the same, until he began to wonder if she was only a dream. But love is a stubborn fire. The more they met, the more her heart ached to stay. One afternoon, when the shadows lengthened and the 6th hour drew near, she chose differently. Instead of fleeing, she remained by his side, trembling but smiling. She no longer wished to run. From then on, her visits grew longer, and her secret, her curse of never staying awake beyond 6 hours, grew heavier. To live among humans, she brewed a hidden potion from enchanted herbs deep within the forest. Without it, her glow would fade, her wings would reveal themselves, and she would be cast back into the realm of fairies. The young man loved her deeply, though he did not know her secret. Soon, the villagers noticed their happiness. Some admired, others whispered, "Why does she vanish at strange hours?" they asked. "Why is she never seen under the full sun?" Still, their love blossomed like wildflowers. One day, the whole village prepared for a grand festival of drums, fire, and dance. The fairy girl and her beloved were invited. That night, she twirled joyfully to the music, her laughter brighter than the lanterns that hung in the air. But in her delight, she forgot the hour. The festival stretched long into midnight, and her potion remained untouched. Slowly, her smile faded, her skin turned pale, her glow dimmed, and faint silver wings shimmered against her back. Gasps rose from the crowd. "She is not of us," shouted one. "A spirit? A witch!" cried another. Fear turned to anger, and some lifted torches, but her beloved leapt before her, his arms outstretched. "Stop!" he cried. "She is no witch. She is my heart, my life. Have you not seen her kindness? Have you not felt the joy she brings? If she is different, then let her be different, for love is greater than fear." The villagers wavered, but a sudden wind howled through the square. From the forest came a strange glow, sprites and whispering shadows, sent to reclaim the fairy girl. Weakened and trembling, she lifted her hand. With the last of her strength, she calmed the spirits, sending them back into the night. The crowd fell silent, struck with awe. Her beloved held her close and whispered, "Your secret is safe with me. Whatever curse you carry, I will help you bear it." Tears glimmered in her eyes as she finally revealed the truth that she could not remain in the human world without the enchanted potion, brewed from rare blossoms hidden deep in the forest. And so began their adventure together. By day, they walked the dark woods, battling winds, crossing rivers, and outsmarting the creatures of night that guarded the blossoms. By night, they brewed her potion and dreamed of a life without fear. For many moons they lived this way, until one night, under the light of a rare blood moon, they discovered a hidden grove. There bloomed a single golden flower, brighter than any they had seen. The fairy girl knew at once it was the blossom of eternity, a flower that could end her curse forever, but only if she gave up something in return. She plucked the blossom, and the air trembled with magic. A voice whispered from the shadows, "To live as human, you must surrender your wings. To stay as fairy, you must surrender your love." The fairy girl looked at her beloved. Without hesitation, she pressed the golden petals to her chest. Her silver wings dissolved into dust, that floated away into the night sky. She fell into his arms, her eyes brimming with both sorrow and joy. From that night forward, she remained fully human, free of the curse, free of the potion. Though she had given up her wings, she had gained something greater, the right to love without fear of time. And so the fairy girl lived on in the quiet village, not as a passing dream, but as a woman of flesh and heart, whose story was told for generations. For sometimes, the truest magic is not in wings or spells, but in the courage to sacrifice for love. In the end, she gave up her wings, but she gained something greater, a love that time itself could not defeat.